If, like me, you love learning about the law of attraction and spirituality, and you want to learn how you can manifest literally anything you want, then this video is for you. I'm going to basically take you through the fundamental techniques, things that I've learned along my last 7-year journey using different manifestation techniques, and what I've learned that works the best, and also things that I have learned that haven't worked. I'm also going to be sharing this as well, so stay tuned for that. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel. Let me know in the comments below your manifestation success stories. I love to have conversations with you guys and speak about spirituality with you, so make sure you let me know in the comments. But let's just get straight into this video. I'm going to give you a little bit of a background on my journey into my spiritual life, because I actually started off the first part of my life as an atheist. I grew up really not believing in God, didn't really give it too much thought. I think I had a lot of programming that was taught to me in school that was more on the religious side. Even now, I think that there is a lot of gems and things that you can learn about spirituality through all different religions, and there's a lot of truth in them. But when I was younger, I was kind of being fed these stories that just didn't make sense to me. I remember just thinking, this makes no sense, therefore I don't believe in any of this. And it took me until I was about 20, 21 until I started looking into spirituality and manifestation and the law of attraction. I really was skeptical, but also open. It all sounded very woo-woo to me and like mystical. And I remember thinking, like, I'm going to try it and see what happens. And I think over time, like, bearing in mind, it's like now, I'm now 27, 28 in 6 months, and I'm still like learning about this stuff, still going in deeper, still want to know more, and my journey has nowhere near finished. Like, I'm still so interested in this, because the more I learn, the more I do these practices, the more I realize that there is so much truth and this stuff is real. Like, I'm now making my own videos about this stuff because I think that other people could really benefit from the things that I have done and that I have learnt on my journey. I kind of see myself as like a little science experiment. So I thought to myself, why not share the results? If I have been practicing this stuff, I want to share my results with you guys. When it comes to the fundamental techniques of law of attraction and manifesting using the law of attraction. By the way, I just want to quickly say, when I say manifesting using the law of attraction, what I mean is you are consciously manifesting your reality, creating your reality, instead of unconsciously, because this universe is based on the law of attraction. So from what I have learnt from other spiritual teachers is that the main law governing this universe is the law of attraction, which means that our thoughts are mirrored back to us. And I'm not going to go into this in too much depth in this video because it is a very complex subject and I would be here all day, and I really want to just stick to the purpose of this video. So I want to stick to the techniques of how to use the law of attraction, this law that is governing our universe, consciously, so that you can create the life and manifest what you actually want to manifest, what you are desiring. First technique that I want to speak about, I say it's an easy way to shift reality. One of the most popular and most spoken about techniques for manifesting and shifting realities is visualizing. And the way that you do this is you basically go into a meditation. In most of my videos, I do mention how meditation has helped me in so many ways. One of the ways is practicing meditation has really helped me to get better at visualizing. And this is actually something that Joe Dispenza, Dr. Joe Dispenza, talks about. He says that when we quiet the mind, we start to see images and the creative part of the mind starts to fire up. So meditation, learning to quiet the mind, is going to be really helpful when it comes to manifesting, this is just like an absolute given. If you haven't got a meditation practice yet, I highly recommend starting your meditation practice, even if that's like 1 or 2 minutes a day, teaching yourself to get better at staying conscious and increasing those spaces in between thoughts is going to be really, really helpful when it comes to you doing your visualizations. So visualizing is something that I do on a daily basis. It is a way that you can basically tap into alternate versions of yourself and alternate realities that exist. Quantum physics is actually already proving that the linear timeline is actually an illusion, and multiple timelines are actually existing at one time. When you go into your visualization, you're tapping into this dimension that transcends time and space, and you're tapping into these alternate versions of yourself. Let me give you an example. I have always wanted to make YouTube videos for years and years and years, and for a long time I was really struggling to be consistent with it. When I started visualizing this and I started to learn about parallel realities and shifting realities through visualizing, what I did was I would sit down and I would visualize myself as someone that is a successful YouTuber. And I would ask myself, okay, what would this version of myself be doing? And I have this visualization of me sitting at my desk making YouTube videos, and I feel exactly how that version of myself feels and what actions they are taking. So this is just one way that you can tap into these alternate versions of yourself. Okay. Similarly, if, for example, I wanted to go to the gym and I was finding myself not really being able to stay consistent with the gym, just tapping into and visualizing myself in the gym, visualizing myself exactly what I'm going to be doing in the gym, to the point where I'm visualizing what workouts I'm going to be doing, getting into that mindset of how I'm going to feel when I'm doing it, just sets me up to go to the gym and actually do the work. It's crazy how when you do this, and you have to try this for yourself to understand how powerful it is, but when you do this, you are tapping into this part of you that is already there doing it. And so it's kind of like you're closing the gap between you and that part of yourself. Some tips I can give you when it comes to visualizing is try to visualize as many details as you can. And you can also choose like one scene. So if you're trying to manifest something, let's say that I'm trying to manifest, I'm going to give you an example of something that happened the other day. It was almost like an instant manifestation using the visualization technique. I'm driving down the road and I'm on my way to this health shop, and there's always limited parking outside this health shop. But this day, I'm going to ask my spirit guides to help me get space. And because I understand that our reality is mirroring our thoughts, when I'm praying or when I'm asking for this space, I'm asking for it as if it's already been given to me. So I'm actually saying thank you. So what I did was I said thank you for this space. I said to my angels, my guides, thank you for giving me this space right outside Greens, which is the shop. I also visualized myself posting a story. Literally, the story said, I just visualized getting this space and I got it. And because I visualized myself posting the story, I visualized myself getting the space, I knew that I was going to get the space. I had absolute trust that I was going to get this space. I swear, guys, I pulled up, and as I pulled up, this is quite a busy road, cars in front of me were also trying to get spaces. It was like perfect timing. The car in front of me went past, and then the car outside Greens pulled out. So I was the next one, and I was able to get that space. I already had my phone ready to take the story, and I took the video of the car pulling out, and then I wrote the story, and I even wrote on the story, I even visualized myself making this story. So this is what I mean when it comes to visualizing. You want to visualize it as if it's already happening. You want to get yourself into that state where, and into that, the feeling that it's already happened. And this already completely shifts your vibration. And because we live in a universe where everything is vibration, and we live in universe that is based on the law of attraction, that is governed by the law of attraction, meaning like attracts like, when we raise our vibration, we are going to attract situations that match the frequency of that vibration. So when you do your visualizations, you want to really feel and believe that you have already got it. And this takes a lot of trust. And if you are skeptical, you have to learn to kind of let go of that skepticism in order to see if it really works. And you might want to start with small things like the parking space and little things that you can kind of prove to yourself that this stuff works. Okay guys, this is Amy from the future jumping in whilst I'm editing this. I have created a free meditation that I wanted to link into this video because I wanted to make this process as easy as it could possibly be for you. Click the link that will take you to the free download of a quantum shift meditation. I'm literally talking you through this process that I'm explaining to you in this video, so that it couldn't be any easier. Literally all you have to do is follow along with my voice, with what I'm guiding you to do, and you can do this every day. This is going to make your life so much easier. So enjoy that free meditation that I have created. So the big secret of feeling, when it comes to manifesting using the law of attraction, one of the most important things is feeling emotion, using your senses to really feel yourself in this scene. Whatever it is that you want to attract, whatever it is that you want to manifest, you are feeling how you will feel when you've already got it. Let's say that you really want something. Instead of only being happy once you've achieved it, you are basically experiencing that happiness and how you will feel it before you've even got it. And just imagine how good this is for your life in general, that you could just feel happy. You can choose to feel happy now, even though you haven't actually manifested that thing that you're going to manifest. This is going to really make you choose different actions, a different path than feeling like you haven't got this thing and not trusting that you're going to get it. It's crazy and mind-blowing when you do these visualizations and you feel like you've already got it, how much more confident you're going to be to take the action, because you've already programmed yourself. You're already programming yourself to believe that you have got it. You're going to manifest it. So anything that you do moving forwards is like, you know that it's going towards the thing that you already have and you already know you're going to get. It's like out of the question. It's like, I already have this. So everything I'm doing from this moment forward, I'm basically just acting like that version of myself. So it's only a matter of time until opportunities open up. It really also depends on what it is that you're trying to manifest. Some things are going to manifest instantly, like the parking spaces that I always manifest. I'm so good at manifesting parking spaces at this point. Like, it's every time. Even today, I have a really cute story that I want to share, which was so fun, and I'm going to bring that up in the next point. But in terms of the secret of feeling, I want to give you an example. I have been for years manifesting a career that I love. For me, it's really important to do what I love, and I honestly think that for everyone it's really important, but I get everyone's on a different path and at a different stage of their journey. But for me, one of the most important things and the things that I value is to have a career that I enjoy, so that I can be the best, like I can do it well. And I've been visualizing myself like having a career that I enjoy. When I'm visualizing this version of myself that enjoys her career, the feeling that I have when I'm visualizing this, it might be that I don't know exactly what it looks like, but I'm imagining myself in this scene where I'm just enjoying, and it's like, what do I look like? I look radiant. I look so happy. I feel so happy. I feel so radiant. I feel confident. I feel like I'm around people that I'm so happy to be around, things like that. And so when I am moving forwards with my day, I am then going to make choices that are aligned with that version of myself. What would that version of myself be doing? What would they choose to do? What kind of people would they choose to be around? What would they be doing on a daily basis? How would they schedule their routine. Literally everything you can think of, it affects the decisions that I make. And this is really important and a really important point that I want to make. And this is why I have put in the contents, if you don't do this, manifest nothing, because I made the mistake for years of not taking action. And this is something that I have more recently learned, is that when we visualize, when we speak to the universe about what it is that we want to manifest, and I'm constantly speaking to the universe, asking God, my spirit guides, to guide me towards whatever it is that I am desiring in that moment, you will get feedback, you will get intuition. And this is also why I think having a meditation practice is really going to help, because when you clear your mind, you can hear these intuition, these ideas that come through. And I'm going to give you an example. So today I was driving to my client's house and I wanted a good space again, but this time it was different because I had loads of stuff that I was bringing out of my car. I usually just park outside the flat, take the stuff up, and then I go back to my car and then move my car to a space. But today I was like, oh, do you know what? I spoke to my spirit guide. I spoke to God. I said, hey, God, thank you for finding me a space that is perfect for today, that I can stay for 4 hours and that I can take my stuff up. I had this message come through that was basically like, ask your client if you can take his space. And I never usually do this. And I've had this client for like a few months and I've never asked him. I've never asked him for his space. I don't know why. I just never thought that he would say yes, or that was an option. But I had this message come through, ask him if you can use his space. I was like, okay. I was kind of hesitant, like, do I ask? I feel a bit cheeky, but whatever. I also looked at the clock, it was 1111, so I was like, this is confirmation, I have to ask him. I text him saying, hey, can I please use your space? And he was like, yeah, go ahead. And I was like, oh my God, I manifested it. The perfect space. It's literally outside his flat. I can take all my stuff in and I can stay there for 4 hours. So you get the point. It was amazing. And this is what brings me to this point of, if you don't do this, manifest nothing. What I'm talking about here is listening to your intuition and then taking action on ideas. So when you ask the universe to help you with something, or you visualize something, and essentially what you're doing is asking for guidance, tapping into this version of yourself that you want to manifest, or whatever it is that you desire that you want to manifest, you will get ideas come through. And sometimes they're in the form of messages, they might be little urges, like just ideas. Take action on these. For years, I was just meditating and visualizing and didn't realize that action was a big part of manifestation. I watched so many videos where people were like, you don't need to take action, you can just do nothing, you can just visualize and things will come to you. This is complete bullshit. I don't believe this at all now. I realized I wasted so much time just avoiding my anxiety. I was literally getting anxiety because I wasn't taking action. And now I realize that it was because my body was like, wake up. Like, we're giving you ideas, you're not doing it. So when you get an idea, when you get something that seems like it could be an idea for something that you're trying to manifest, act on it. Like, even if it doesn't work out, it's going to go towards the process of you eventually manifesting what it is that you're trying to manifest. So I'm trying to make this as practical as possible by giving you these examples. I'll give you another example. I was researching the other day to find a mic. I had researched for like 24 hours and I really wanted the best mic for my budget and something that was just like plug and play, easy to use. And I found this one mic. Out of all the mics I researched, the one that I wanted, the one that I was so sure that I wanted, because all the others I just wasn't really that sure, the one that I was so sure that I wanted, I couldn't find anywhere. Like in the UK, there wasn't anyone selling it. And on Amazon, it was going to take like so long to come. And it was like, £70 more than it should be. So I was like, really, am I really going to spend this much extra money? So I ended up getting this cheap mic. And I wasn't really happy with it because I was like, oh, I want the good one. And so I was basically asking the universe if you could help me out with getting this mic, because I know that I can get it. I know that I will be helped out to get it. And I basically had this intuition to go onto Marketplace and see if there was any secondhand. And I ended up finding this mic secondhand. I was so close to ordering one for like 200 quid, but I knew it wasn't worth 200 quid. They weren't selling it online for that much. I mean, it might be worth it for the quality, it's actually good, but I found one on Marketplace for like 100 quid and ended up getting it, and it works perfectly. So it's actually like the same price, very similar to the cheap mic that I said I bought. When you're manifesting something, it takes this communication. You've got to listen out for messages. Sometimes you will get synchronicities that are going to confirm that you need to do this even more. This happened to me like today, for example, when I told you about the parking and I saw 111, and I was like, even when I saw 1111, I was like, okay, he's definitely going to say yes, because the universe is literally pushing me to ask him, like, just ask him. As you can see, I could talk about this stuff for so long, but I don't want to make this video too long. But just to summarize, when you're doing your visualizations, try to add as many details as possible. Maybe just choose one small scene, like for example, you winning the award, or like someone saying to you congratulations, that specific person, how it feels when they say to you congratulations. Even you and uploading a story, this is one that I love to do. Something that is really easy for you to believe and that you know you can achieve. I mean, it doesn't even have to be something that you know you can achieve, but if you can try and tap into that version of yourself that is doing it, and as I was saying, really feel that emotion, really feel as many details as you can, how you're going to feel, senses, or using all your senses, and then acting on the inspiration that you get. Act as quickly as you can, because the more you act on inspiration, the more the universe is going to keep feeding you more inspiration. The more you are like an open antenna and you show that you are putting action into inspiration, the more inspiration that you're going to keep getting fed. It's like I'm like, here, I'm waiting for inspiration. So the ideas are going to be like, like a moth to a flame. That is it for today's video, guys. Thank you so much for your comments. Thank you so much for subscribing. Don't forget to like this video, and if you did enjoy it, thank you for sharing the video. And yes, I will see you in the next video. I hope you found it useful. Don't forget to click the link in the bio to get your free guided quantum shift meditation, so that you can literally do these visualizations every single day in a really simple and easy way by just following along with a guided meditation. I still use guided meditations all the time. I think that they are really powerful and can really help you really get a clearer visualization. So don't forget to click that link and enjoy that meditation, guys.